Talk to me. What did you want to tap on?
Well, my jaw is completely locked. I can feel it all the way up there. It won't open further than just tiny.
And when did you first notice it started?
About 2 days before I came here.
And what was happening in your life before you came here?
No, I was quite happy.
When did you first notice it? Was in the morning, at night?
I woke up one morning with ulcers all in my mouth, and I had no idea how I got ulcers. I usually get ulcers if I drink alcohol or eat gluten or sugar, but I hadn't done any of that, so my mouth was very ulcerated up in my gum where I'd lost a tooth. And then...
How long ago had you lost the tooth?
Oh, years ago.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. So there was ulcerations and you woke up with this jaw.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it just got harder and harder to eat, to the point where now I'm just trying to get food in my mouth and half of it's falling out.
Okay, so I thought we'll look it up in Inna Siegel's book, The Secret Language of Your Body. So first you had mouth ulcers.
Yeah.
Let's see what that says. Mouth ulcers, feeling stuck, attached to destructive beliefs and points of view, closed to new ideas, thinking that life isn't fair, suppressing your feelings of anger, then erupting.
I don't think I'm a suppressor.
So,
anyone who knows me usually cops it.
in the week before you had come, was there anything that happened about planning to come here, leaving your work?
What was in my mind is that I'm going to come here and I'm going to do this certification, so I'm actually moving forward and taking action, which is something, as you know, I have been stuck about. So that was good. And then the thoughts were, once I do that, then I actually need to put my money where my mouth is and actually start marketing. And, I hear that.
Money where your mouth is.
Marketing myself and put myself out there.
So when you think of that now, just saying that, putting my money where my mouth is and getting myself out there, what are you feeling in your body?
A little bit of alarm in my chest.
And just listening to this, jaw problems, holding tension, stress, suppression, difficulty in communicating how you feel, judgment, criticism, fear, inability to stand up for yourself and ask what you want.
I don't have a problem with that, but judgment and criticism, what plays in my mind is I really like my anonymity. You watch a lot of TV, and lately we've been watching Married at First Sight, and you see and you do it yourself. You go to work and everyone talks about, oh, that was terrible, did you see what happened last night? Oh my God. And there's all this criticism, and that's because people have put themselves out there, and I've been watching that for years going, no, I just really like my anonymity, and now I have to give up my anonymity to do this work.
Even though I have this belief. That I have to give up my anonymity.
Which is so precious to me.
And I have to put my money where my mouth is. And suddenly my jaw has closed up and locked on me. So I can't put myself out there. It's a reason why I can't do videos.
It's the latest reason why I can't do videos.
I accept myself.
And
I thank my body for protecting me. I don't want to lose my anonymity.
I don't want to lose my anonymity.
I don't want to put myself out there.
I don't want to put myself out there.
I don't want to be like those Married at First Sight people.
I don't want to be like those Married at First Sight people.
All those people criticising me.
All those people criticising me.
And judging me.
And judging me.
I don't want to be criticised and judged.
I don't want to be criticised and judged.
I want to do my business.
I want to do my business.
And I know I have to put myself out there to do it.
And I know I have to put myself out there to do it.
If I want to be successful at it.
If I want to be successful at it. And I'm good at it.
I'm good at it. And I can do it behind closed doors.
I can do it behind closed doors, yes.
I've been doing that for a while. But coming here to do certification. And taking steps towards certification. That has to be complete this year.
That has to be complete this year.
My jaw has closed and locked up on me.
My jaw has closed and locked up on me.
In protest.
In protest.
Saying, what are you doing?
Saying, what are you doing?
That part of me that wants to remain anonymous.
That part of me that wants to remain anonymous.
Anonymous, that doesn't want to be judged and
that doesn't want to be judged and criticised.
Is putting up a fight and resistance.
Is putting up a fight and resistance.
And it's all locked in my jaw.
And it's all locked in my jaw.
In the right side of my jaw.
In the right side of my jaw.
That masculine side of my business.
That masculine side of my business. Yeah.
What do you see as the masculine side of your business?
Having to deal with the finances. Having to push myself out there and be much more assertive in my marketing. And I am naturally an assertive person, a very assertive person. But I've pulled back on being assertive so as not to upset other people.
I don't want to upset other people.
I don't want to upset other people.
Even though I don't want to upset other people.
Even though I don't want to upset other people.
And I don't want to be judged and criticised.
And I don't want to be judged and criticised.
I don't want to market myself.
I do want to market myself.
But I don't as well.
But I don't as well, yeah.
And I've got this conflict.
And I've got this conflict.
And my jaw is representing that conflict.
And my jaw definitely represents that conflict.
I accept myself.
I accept myself.
And the way my jaw is holding me back.
And the way my jaw is holding me back.
From having to put myself out there.
From having to put myself back out there.
And be judged and criticised.
And be judged and criticised.
I feel like I'll be judged or criticised.
I feel like I'll be judged or criticised.
I'm opening myself up to judgment and criticism.
I'm opening myself up to judgment and criticism.
If I put myself out there.
If I put myself out there.
So my jaw has locked up on me.
So my jaw has locked up on me.
Just on the right side.
Just on the right side.
Complaining.
Complaining.
And resisting.
And resisting.
And stopping me from putting myself out there.
And stopping me from putting myself out there.
All this conflict in my body.
All this conflict in my body.
I want to put myself out there.
I want to put myself out there.
But I don't want to put myself out there.
But I don't want to put myself out there.
Because then I'll be judged.
Because then I'll be judged.
As if I'll be out there for everyone to judge like Married at First Sight.
As if I'll be out there for everyone to judge like Married at First Sight.
As if everyone will be watching me.
As if everyone will be watching me.
But maybe it'll only be people who are interested in what I want to give people.
Maybe, but there's something else that's come up. I quite often watch the news and you see people catch hold of these things and then they interview someone and rip them to shreds. And what we do...
So give me a specific incident where you saw that first time, worst time, last time.
I've actually heard a radio presenter
ripping someone to shreds.
She went to get EFT for her problems. She was having anxiety, and then she went on radio and talked about what a waste of bloody time it all was, and how she got nothing out of it.
Right.
And she wouldn't recommend it to anybody.
So when you remember that,
yes,
that radio announcer was a man.
It was a woman.
I was a woman, and she was really paying out.
She was really paying out. Yeah.
On that, and that other one was saying how EFT was a waste of time.
No, she went to an EFT practitioner and then said on radio what a waste of time it was for her.
So when you remember hearing that, where do you feel that in your body?
In my heart.
And what's the emotion in the heart?
Deep disappointment that she hadn't got what she was looking for.
And what else?
And fear that maybe what I know to be real isn't real for some people. That it's too alternative and that people will judge it for being too alternative.
And what else? What would be the
judge me for being too alternative.
And what else, worst case scenario, if you put yourself out there? What if someone goes on radio and complains about you?
Yeah.
Not just EFT.
Yeah. If I ended up in media talking about EFT and somebody ripped me apart and I couldn't find the words.
And is that your worst fear?
That's my worst fear, that I couldn't find the words and that I didn't represent EFT the way that it should be represented.
Right, so when you think of that worst case scenario, is that in your heart? What's this?
It's in my heart, it is in my heart. That I would do a bad job of explaining EFT, that I do a better job of explaining how I help people. And the funny thing is, when I go to make a video, I forget everything that's in my head.
Even though I forget everything that's in my head.
I forget everything that's in my head
when I go to make a video.
when I go to make a video.
And I have this worst case scenario of fear.
I have this worst case scenario of fear
Trapped in my heart.
trapped in my heart,
And it's hard to breathe.
and it's hard to breathe.
I accept myself.
I accept myself
And all this fear and anxiety.
and all this fear, anxiety, and there's quite a lot. Yeah.
And I thank my body for holding on to it to protect me.
And I thank my body for holding on to it to protect me.
But I choose to process and release it now.
But I choose to process and release it now.
I let my body know
I let my body know
that this fear has been there to protect me.
that this fear has been here to protect me.
This fear that I won't find the right words.
This fear that I won't find the right words.
That I won't represent EFT the right way.
That I won't represent EFT the right way.
That I'll be hauled over the coals
That I'll be hauled over the coals
on national media,
on national media,
on the radio or on TV.
on the radio or on TV.
And I won't be able to defend myself.
And I won't be able to defend myself.
All these accusations and
All these
criticisms.
accusations and criticisms. And all I want to do is heal people.
All I want to do is help people.
All I want to do is help people.
But I can't help people
I can't help people
when I've got all these fears.
when I've got all these fears.
These worst case scenarios.
These worst case scenarios.
And because of that,
Because of that,
and the feelings in my heart,
and the feelings in my heart,
and the terror,
and the terror,
my jaw has helped me
my jaw has helped me
by closing off
by closing off
and giving me another reason
and giving me another reason
for not putting myself out there.
for not putting myself out there.
What a really good jaw I've got.
What a really good jaw I've got. When I think about it, what a really good eye I've got, which did the same thing.
Protecting me.
Protecting me from having to make videos.
Protecting me from putting myself there out in the public eye.
Protecting me from putting myself out in the public eye.
I created a tumour behind my eye
I created a tumour behind my eye
that made my eye poke out.
that made my eye poke out.
And of course I wasn't going to do videos then.
Of course I wasn't going to do videos then.
But that's been healing.
But that's been healing.
And so now my jaw's taken over for me.
So now my jaw has taken over for me, because I was thinking it's time to make videos, and then my jaw went. Yeah.
I was thinking it's time to make videos.
I was thinking it's time to make videos.
And guess what? I'm on a video.
And guess what? I'm on a video. I'm on a bloody video.
I'm on a video.
I'm on a video.
And now I can just sit back and wait for all the criticism and judgment.
And now I can just sit back and wait for all the criticism and judgment.
How fun's that going to be?
Oh, how fun's it going to be? Oh,
Letting my body know
letting my body know
that maybe I'm safe.
that maybe I'm safe.
Even being on video.
Even being on video.
Even being open to judgment and criticism.
Even being open to judgment and criticism.
I wonder where that fear comes from originally.
I wonder where that fear comes from originally.
Where I was hauled over the coals.
Where I was hauled over the coals.
Where I couldn't find the words.
Where I couldn't find the words.
Where I was judged and criticised.
Where I was judged and criticised.
And I couldn't find the words to defend myself.
And I couldn't find the words to defend myself.
That feeling in my heart and my chest.
That feeling in my heart and my chest.
That terror.
That terror.
Of being seen.
Of being seen. Yeah.
Being seen publicly.
Being seen publicly. So there was a time.
Oh really? I didn't expect that. Come back to here and tell me all about it. Once upon a time.
There was a time not so long ago I was invited to speak. And I never had a fear of public speaking. I'm quite good at it. So I've never had a fear. And it was only 3 or 4 years ago, and I was there to speak on behaviour assessment. And I was looking from a humanistic perspective of assessing people's behaviour. It's a corporate thing, right? And I ended up in this place where everybody was talking about talent analytics and human capital, which are two words that, or particularly human capital, took the human out of it. They were just doing the analytics of people in the workforce. And I listened to 2 days of this, and all the time my mind was going, I've got the wrong audience, I've got the wrong audience, these people are not going to understand the human aspect of talent, oh my God, I want to heal the workplace, I don't want to...
Where do you feel that in your body? I've got the wrong audience.
Down here, I've got the wrong audience, and it kind of radiated across my body. It was
fear?
Alarm.
Even though I've got this alarm in my body.
I've got this alarm in my body.
When I realised I've got the wrong audience.
When I realised I've got the wrong audience and I'm the last speaker.
And I'm the last speaker.
After all these propeller heads talked about analytics.
I'm not the analytical person.
I was talking about using analytics to see people as humans.
And it felt like the humans were discounted.
It felt like I wasn't talking to humans. People who cared about humans.
I've got all this alarm in my body.
I've got all this alarm in my body.
I thank my body for holding on to it.
I thank my body for holding on to it.
But it no longer serves me moving forward.
It no longer serves me moving forward.
And I choose to process and release it.
And I choose to process and release it. Oh my God, my mouth went so dry.
All that alarm.
All that alarm.
My mouth went so dry.
My mouth went so dry.
The thoughts in my head.
Thoughts in my head disappeared.
I've got the wrong audience.
I've got the wrong audience.
I'm the last speaker.
I'm the last speaker.
I've got the wrong audience.
I've got the wrong audience.
They're the wrong audience for what I want to speak about.
They're the wrong audience for what I want to speak about.
All this alarm in my body.
All this alarm in my body.
This fear and alarm in my whole chest.
I went into freeze.
I went into freeze.
I went into freeze.
I couldn't think.
I couldn't think.
I couldn't speak.
I couldn't speak.
No wonder I couldn't get the words out.
No wonder I couldn't get the words out.
I was trying to speak on a topic to the wrong audience.
I was trying to speak on a topic to the wrong audience.
I wonder what it would have felt like.
I wonder what it would have felt like.
If I was speaking to the right audience.
If I was speaking to the right audience. I did later and spoke to another group. And they stood up at the end of my talk and went, hallelujah.
And when I put myself forward for EFT.
And when I put myself forward for EFT. I'm worried about speaking to the wrong audience.
I'm worried about speaking to the wrong audience.
I'm worried about speaking to the wrong audience. That's what it is. And the wrong audience will judge me.
Of course the wrong audience will judge me.
And the wrong audience will find me.
They won't understand.
They won't understand. They won't understand. They won't understand.
And I'll freeze.
And I'll freeze.
And I'll lose those words.
And I'll lose those words.
So really what I'm afraid of.
So really what I'm afraid of.
Is speaking to the wrong audience.
Is speaking to the wrong audience.
And maybe I can let go of that freeze response.
And maybe I can let go of that freeze response.
From the time I did speak to the wrong audience.
From the time I did speak to the wrong audience.
And let my body know.
And let my body know.
That I'll be more careful in the future.
I'll be more careful in the future, yeah.
And I'll really look at the audience I'm speaking to.
I will really look at the audience I'm speaking to. Because when I do speak to the right audience, it doesn't come from me, it comes through me. And when I do speak to the right audience, I just feel so much light through my body.
So when you imagine making a video to the right audience, how does that feel? With that light coming through your body?
Yeah, I can feel a collective releasing for people go through my body. I can feel like as if it's already happened. I can feel people getting shifts left, right and centre. And that's what I want, is I want to be able to be the conduit for them to see life in a whole new way. And that's what drives me, is that I know that everybody's got it in them. Yeah, even though
I let my jaw know.
I let my jaw know
that I'm going to do my homework.
I'm going to do my homework.
And make videos for the right audience.
And make videos for the right audience.
And speak to the right audience.
And speak to the right audience.
Where the words come through me.
Where the words come through me.
And I'm not in freeze response.
And I'm not in freeze response. Yeah.
And I won't be criticised and judged.
I won't be criticised and judged. And even if I am, it's none of my business what other people think about me, and that's what I tell people all the time.
I choose to feel that energy coming through me.
I choose to feel that energy coming through me.
And remember that standing ovation I had.
And remember that standing ovation and hallelujah that I had.
That I choose to have.
That I choose to have.
Every time I speak and make a video.
Every time I speak and make a video.
Letting my jaw know it's safe now.
Letting my jaw know that it's safe now.
That I'll be choosing the right audience.
That I'll be choosing the right audience.
That I no longer need this fear response for protection.
I no longer need this fear response for protection.
I needed it then.
I needed it then.
When I had that wrong audience.
When I had that wrong audience.
But I choose to process and release it now.
I choose to process and release it now.
All the way back to that wrong audience.
All the way back to that wrong audience.
Stepping back in time.
Stepping back in time.
And tapping on her.
And tapping on her.
And letting her know even though it's the wrong audience.
And letting her know even though it's the wrong audience.
I choose to allow that light to come through me and speak my truth anyhow.
I choose to let that light come through me and speak anyhow.
And maybe it's just my opinion that they're the wrong audience.
Maybe it's just my opinion that they're the wrong audience.
Maybe they need to hear what I've got to say.
They definitely need to hear what I've got to say. Maybe they need to hear what I've got to say.
Maybe they're the ones that will give me the standing ovation.
Maybe they're the ones that will give me the standing ovation.
Because I bring something new to their reality.
Because I bring something new to their reality. And I didn't want to rock the boat.
I didn't want to rock the boat.
I didn't want to rock the boat.
But maybe the boat needs rocking sometimes.
Maybe the boat needs rocking sometimes.
To wake people up.
To wake people up.
And I thank my jaw for rocking my boat.
I thank my jaw for rocking my boat.
And for the tumour behind my eye for rocking my boat.
And for the tumour behind my eye for rocking my boat.
Because I needed it rocked.
I needed it rocked, yeah. I was staying in my comfort zone. Definitely staying in my comfort zone.
And I choose to move out of my comfort zone now.
I choose to move out of my comfort zone now.
And make a new comfort zone.
And make a new comfort zone.
With each step I take forward.
With each step I take forward.
I'm out of my comfort zone for a little while.
I'm out of my comfort zone for a little while.
Until I make it my comfort zone.
Until I make it my comfort zone.
And I choose to be in my comfort zone.
And I choose to be in my comfort zone.
Putting out videos.
Putting out videos.
Putting myself out there.
Putting myself out there.
Because the right audience will find me.
Because the right audience will find me. I quite like that one. Do with the kit now.
The right audience will find me.
The right audience will find me.
Because I'll be speaking to them.
Because I'll be speaking to them. Yeah.
And everyone else, it won't make any difference.
And everyone else, it won't make any difference.
Because I just won't be speaking to them.
I just won't be speaking to them.
Releasing and letting go of the fear.
Releasing and letting go of the fear.
That I'll be hauled over the hot coals.
That I'll be hauled over the hot coals.
That I'll be judged and criticised.
That I'll be judged and criticised.
That I'll lose all my thoughts.
That I'll lose all my thoughts.
Releasing that fear response.
Releasing that fear response.
Allowing the information to come through me.
Allowing the information to come through me.
With ease.
With ease, just like it does every time I'm not in front of a camera.
Just like every time I'm in front of a camera.
I forgot I was in front of the camera.
I forgot I was in front of a camera.
I forgot I was in front of a camera.
And maybe when the information comes through me.
And maybe when the information comes through me.
I'll forget I'm in front of a camera.
I'll forget I'm in front of a camera.
Because I'm bringing the information through.
Because I'm bringing the information through. Yeah.
To the audience that wants to hear it.
To the audience that wants to hear it. Yeah.
Letting my jaw know.
Letting my jaw know.
It's safe for me to open my mouth and speak.
It's safe for me to open my mouth and speak.
I'm safe now.
I'm safe, yeah.
Deep breath. Lots of yawning and releasing.
Not quite coming out the yawn.
Even with yawning, you're opening your mouth more. Yeah.
A little bit better. Yeah, it feels like something's moving. Like I probably will process through the day. Oh yeah, because cancer wasn't enough to stop me making videos. I had to create something else.
Because that was healing.
Yeah, damn it.
I healed my eye so well, my tumour so well that my jaw had to step in.
I can't believe that my jaw,
Protecting.
yeah, to protect me from what? From sitting in front of a camera. It's such a little thing. A camera. It's just a camera. And then, you know, you put it out there and let the cards lay as they do. But that's what I was doing when I was going through the cancer. I was making these videos to try and get over that. But it was good, but I was still with friends, so I was still in my comfort zone.
You were with your known audience.
They're going to love me whatever I do. They already know I'm weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did anyone else get any borrowed benefits from that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was, I didn't know that was, yeah. I mean, part of me might have known, but I didn't realise I went back to that time that I did that talk, because that freaked me out. I've never been freaked out talking to an audience. But my God, there were grey faces just staring at me.
Yeah. And do you remember that ever happening as a child? That
No,
freeze response where you couldn't find the words?
Oh. Not in the public arena, but when I was trying to articulate how frustrated and angry and hurt and...
How old, roundabout?
8 or 9.
Where
Oh,
were
it
you?
happened a lot. It happened a lot. I was... Oh yeah, okay, so I'm 12 and Mum and Dad always had randoms around the house, always. And there was this one guy who was a friend of neighbours across the road. And he kept coming into my bedroom with my sister and I and talking to us. And I was only 12, so I just thought he was just being fun because I was used to strange men being around the house. And he just spent all his time in our bedroom, and he went back out to the lounge with Mum and Dad. And I went downstairs to see if my brothers were all, were awake. And I turned around, got to the bottom of the stairs, and I turned around and there he was coming down the stairs. And he pinned me at the bottom of the stairs and he started feeling me up.
So where do you feel that? In your body? Chest? Even though I've got this feeling in my chest, what's the emotion?
Rage.
Rage. All this rage.
All this rage.
Being trapped.
Being trapped.
At the bottom of the stairs.
Bottom of the stairs.
By this random guy.
By this random guy. This
I didn't expect it.
I didn't expect it.
I accept myself.
I accept myself.
And all my body's reactions.
All my body's reactions.
And I choose to process and release it.
And I choose to process and release it.
This rage in my chest.
This rage in my chest.
This random guy.
This random guy.
This old guy.
This old guy. He was
pinning me at the bottom of the stairs.
Pinning me at the bottom of the stairs.
I turned around and saw him.
I turned around and saw him.
And he pinned me at the bottom of the stairs.
He pinned me at the bottom of the stairs.
I was just going to see if my brothers were awake.
I was just going to see if my brothers were awake.
I didn't expect it.
I didn't expect it.
All this rage.
All this rage.
This freeze response.
This freeze response.
All this rage.
All this rage.
Trapped in my chest.
Trapped in my chest.
Thanking my chest for holding on to it.
Thanking my chest for holding on to it.
The unexpectedness of it.
The unexpectedness of it.
The freeze response.
The freeze response.
I couldn't say what I wanted to say, is that right?
I couldn't say what I wanted to say. I couldn't tell my parents when I did. All hell broke loose.
All hell broke loose.
My sister saved me. She had a moment he was a stick.
My sister saved me.
She told Mum and Dad the next day, and Mum went into a catatonic state of screaming and carrying on. And I just didn't feel protected.
I didn't feel protected.
And it wasn't safe to talk about.
It wasn't safe to talk about. I can still see Mum screaming.
I can still see Mum screaming.
She was in a catatonic state.
She was in a catatonic state.
And I learned. It's not safe.
It's not safe.
For me to express what happens.
For me to express what happens.
To me.
To me.
It's not safe.
It's not safe.
For me to express my feelings.
For me to express my feelings.
Because it hurts other people.
No, because she made it about her.
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 And I don't know if anybody ever did anything about it.
I don't know if anyone did anything about it.
And I felt like I wasn't protected in my own home.
I wasn't protected in my own home.
Nobody told me what happened.
No one told me what happened.
Whether he got punished.
I don't know if he got punished. My sister saved me.
My sister saved me.
She belted him over the head with a stick.
She beat the shit out of him.
She beat the shit out of him. Something did happen to him.
Something did happen to him. But not from an adult's perspective.
He was punished.
He was punished, but I couldn't talk about it.
I couldn't talk about it.
Because it was too painful to watch Mum make it all about her pain.
Mum made it all about her pain.
Yeah, she made it all about her pain.
Mum made it all about her pain. That's my belief.
That's my belief.
That's what I created.
That's what I created.
Mum made it all about her pain.
Mum made it all about her pain.
And I felt it wasn't safe
it wasn't safe.
for me to express my feelings.
It wasn't safe for me to express my feelings because nobody cared.
Nobody cared, it was all about them.
Yeah, nobody cared about my feelings, it was all about them. I just had to move on.
And so I pushed it down.
I pushed it down and I laughed about it for years, and my sister and I still talk about it. And I denied that it had an impact on me till now, till this moment.
It had an impact on me.
It had an impact on me.
And I thank my body for holding on to it.
And I thank my body for holding on to that rage, because that rage protected me from many situations.
All that rage.
All that rage.
That protected me from many
It
situations.
protected me from many situations.
I'm letting my body know.
Letting my body know.
It's safe and possible to release it now.
It's safe and possible to release it now.
It served its purpose,
Served its purpose.
but it no longer serves me moving forward.
No, it no longer serves me moving forward.
I choose to be able to say how I feel
I choose to be able to say how I feel without worrying about other people's reaction.
without worrying about other people's reactions.
Yeah.
Their reactions belong to them.
Their reactions belong to them. No wonder I don't want to talk on video and worried about other people's reactions.
Just waiting for you to get to that. No wonder I don't want to talk on video.
Yeah, their reactions belong to them. It's none of my business what their reactions are.
I've been worried about their reactions.
I'm always worried about everybody else.
I'm always worried about their reactions.
I'm always worried about how everything impacts other people.
And now I can let that go.
And now I can let that go.
Their reactions belong to them.
Their reactions belong to them.
Mum's reaction screaming.
Mum's reaction screaming. Nothing unusual there.
Mum's reaction screaming.
Mum's reaction screaming.
Her reactions belong to her.
Her reactions belong to her.
That's the way she processed it.
That's the way she processed it.
And that belongs to her.
And that belongs to her.
I learned to process it, to not process it, and to push it down.
I learned to not process it and to push it down because it wasn't safe.
And now it's safe.
And now it's safe. And if it inconveniences anybody else,
Bad luck.
bad luck. Sorry about it, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
But this is how I feel.
But this is how I feel.
Your reactions are your reactions.
Your reactions are your reactions.
And it's safe for me to do videos now.
It's safe for me to do videos now. Yeah. And if you don't like it,
Bad luck.
bad luck.
How's that feel?
It's a little bit more open, isn't it? I'll let that go.
Let that process. So that was another thing. It's not safe to do videos because
That's why I'm worried about
I'm
other
worried
people's
about
reactions.
how they will react to it.
Yeah.
So not just the judgment and criticism, that's one aspect, but the other aspect was what if they get triggered, what if they
It's always that responsibility for other
responsibility
people's.
for others.
Yeah. I didn't realise. And then I never knew till this minute that had bothered me, but it does come up. And my sister and I sometimes make jokes about it. But I've never forgotten that moment. I even know his name, and I even know he's dead now. And I know when I heard he died, I said, I hope he rots in hell. Because if he did that to me, who else was he doing stuff to?
Can you let that go now? That anger and rage?
I'm annoyed at him. I'm really annoyed at him.
Even though I'm annoyed at him?
I'm annoyed at that man. How dare he?
How dare he?
Who did he think he was? I was only 12.
I was only 12.
He was like 60 something.
He was 60 something. I
Disgusting.
accept myself
I accept myself.
and all this disgust.
And all this disgust.
I'm really annoyed.
I'm really annoyed.
Even though he's dead and gone,
Even though he's dead and gone.
I'm still worried about who else he did it to.
I am worried about who else he did it to.
I'm still thinking about everyone else.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about everyone else. Yeah, sorry.
Maybe I can let that go now.
Maybe I can let that go now.
He might have done it to others.
He might have done it to others.
That dirty old man.
That dirty old bastard.
How dare he do
How
that?
dare he do that?
How dare he do that?
How dare he do that to me?
How dare he do that to me?
How dare he do that to me? Who does he think he is?
He had to live with that.
He had to live with that.
I had to live with that.
I had to live with that, and he messed with the wrong girl. And he brought out my inner warrior that stayed out for a long time.
He brought out my inner warrior.
He brought out my inner warrior.
And my sister's inner warrior who bashed him.
My sister and I are actually warriors, and I wouldn't mess with either of us these days.
I became who I am.
I became who I am.
Because of him.
Because of him.
I might even be able to thank him.
Steady on.
For bringing out that inner warrior.
For bringing that. He was only one of the bit players.
But I'm still annoyed.
I'm still annoyed.
How dare he?
How dare he?
That dirty old man.
That dirty old man touching me.
How dare he?
I was only 12.
I was only 12.
What the hell was he thinking?
What in the hell was he thinking? That
Was
dirty old
I
man.
was only 12.
I was only
I
12.
was so naive.
So naive.
I just thought he was having fun with us.
I thought he was having fun with us.
I didn't realise what fun meant for him.
And I didn't realise what fun meant for him. That dirty old man.
Dirty old man.
Releasing and letting go of my annoyance.
Releasing and letting go of my annoyance.
It's not rage anymore.
There's not rage anymore.
But I'm still annoyed.
I'm still annoyed. Yeah.
Maybe I can let that go too.
Maybe I can let that go too.
It doesn't hurt him, it only hurts me.
He's not worthy of my attention.
I was naive.
I was naive. But we both were naive. We were used to strangers coming and talking to us when Mum and Dad were having parties, which was constant.
And I became, from that moment,
I became strong, very strong.
I became strong.
Nobody ever did that again.
I became strong because of him.
Became strong because of him.
That's the gift he gave me.
Okay, I'm grateful I'm a strong person.
Even though I'm still annoyed.
Even though I'm still annoyed,
I was so naive.
I was so naive.
I was only 12.
I was only 12.
That dirty old man.
That dirty old man.
I'm a strong woman now.
I'm a strong woman, and it's been a benefit to others. My strength has been lent to other people.
But I'm still annoyed at him.
I'm still annoyed at him.
Maybe I can let it go.
Maybe I can let it go.
Maybe I can't.
Maybe I can let go of some of it.
I choose to let go of some of it.
I choose to let go of some of it.
Because it only hurts me.
Because it only hurts me.
He's already dead and gone.
He's already dead and gone.
That dirty old man.
That dirty old man.
Some of me's still annoyed.
Some of me's still annoyed. Most of me is bored with the whole process.
So maybe I can let it go.
Maybe I can let it go.
And just get on with being the strong woman that I am.
And just get on with being the strong woman that I am.
Who's not naive anymore.
Who's definitely not naive anymore. Yeah.
And maybe I can just put myself out there now.
Maybe I can just put myself out there and now. Yeah. Yeah.
And not worry about other people's reactions.
And not worry about other people's reactions.
It's time to put myself out there.
It's time to put myself out there. Yeah. That's
Cool.
right. Yeah, what the hell? I do it because I can. That's what Brent says, I do anything. Why do you do anything? Because I can. Still locked, but it's a little bit softer. I guess, you know.
So allow that to process, and I do that every night when you wake up and every night when you go to bed. Just letting the jaw know that it's safe now to speak up for myself, that I'll be heard, that I don't have to worry about other people's reactions, that I'll be speaking to the right audience, all those things that...
That I don't have to look perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are interested in my message, not the way I look.
Yeah, and I think the eye thing created a whole I need to look perfect to go on video. Yeah.
So there's obviously more work to do, and that's why we're going
Jaw's aching now though.
That's just feel that aching as a repositioning. So we're going to go and do practicing with physical issues next. So there's still more to uncover about that and to allow it to continue to release and let go.
That was awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was, I didn't know that was wrapped up with. Yeah.
Gosh, you don't. That's why I have EFT.
Thank you.